Today we're going to be showing you how to replace the bulb on one of these. It's a fibre optic Christmas tree base. You also sometimes find these with flowers coming out of them. The bulb has blown on this one. I was asked if I could fix it for someone, and I'm going to show you how to do it right here. So this is actually for a set of faux lotus flowers. The flowers aren't included because I didn't need them. I'm going to be fixing one in the next video with a new motor, which takes a Christmas tree like this, a fibre optic Christmas tree. As mentioned, I'm going to replace the bulb on this one. First of all, we need to find out what the specs are. So this unit, luckily, is a main brand unit. It's Premier, although the P has faded. This is quite an old one. This is the old Premier logo with the holly leaf above the eye. This one is a 12 volt AC and it's capable of a 15 watt output. So we're probably looking at a 10 watt bulb plus the wattage for the motor, which is usually about 2 to 3 watts. So it's a very simple procedure. You turn your base upside down and we're looking for screws. Sometimes they're hidden in the feet, but in this case they're not. I'll just put the light on. They are in fact here. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. So there's 4 screws. I don't think my screwdriver is going to reach. Oh no, it does reach. That one came out, the other one didn't come out. There you go, it's there. So there's 2 more. Always handy to have a magnetic tipped screwdriver for jobs like this. And there we go, there's 4 screws out, and then should be able to just lift our lid off. There we go. Very dusty in here, so we'll give it a clean. These are your internals, so this is how it works. There is your bulb, there is your motor, and this is your colour wheel that gives you your coloured effect. So you can do this without removing the colour wheel by undoing these screws here. Just be very careful. But to make our job a little bit easier, just so I don't damage the colour wheel, I'm going to remove the nut. I'm going to hold the shaft of the motor. You should really use a little socket for this, but there we go. Doesn't need much. And it unscrews by hand. And there's a washer and a little lock washer on this, so be very careful. Don't lose them. The wheel needs a clean anyway. So there's another little washer here, so leave that in place. And then we can get in our screwdriver. And then you can take the little cover off your bulb. And it should just come straight out like that. It's just 2 pins holding it in place, and you can double check your bulb for specs. So let's have a look. This one is 12 volt 10 watt, so they're the specs that you need for your bulb. I have a replacement, and the replacement is 12 volt 10 watt, and the bulb code is MR11, so you need an MR11 12 volt 10 watt. Specs are the same, although these bulbs are produced by multiple manufacturers, so there are going to be differences. It is a halogen bulb, and you can get an upgrade. You can get an LED bulb, but you need to make sure it's 12 watt AC, alternating current. If it's a DC bulb, it'll just flicker horribly. So make sure you get the correct one. So let's put our replacement bulb in. They are not pole sensitive. They can go in any way round. Just do a quick test. And there it goes, nice and bright again. Use a bit of solvent on this just to clean the lens, as it looked a bit dirty from my fingerprints. So there's that. I'm just going to give the colour wheel a clean because it's covered in dirt. Absolutely filthy. Looks like a spider has been in there as well because there's spider poop on it. And your colour wheel, this is what gives it its solid colours, and the striped colours are what gives it the twinkling effect. Now there is a different type of bulb holder you can get. It's just exactly the same as this one, except it's got feet on it instead. So instead of the screws being at the top, they're at the bottom. So they're the two differences that I've come across. We'll put our bulb cover back on. Put our screws back in. There we go. Then we'll put our colour wheel back on. It can go on any way round. Put your little washer on. And your little lock ring. On by hand. And then just hold the shaft still with some pliers. And that's it tight. It's not going anywhere. This one is quite noisy, so it's probably old, but it's working. Put our lid back on, and luckily there's an alignment post here. See that sticking up? It goes into these two grooves there, so you'll get your posts in the right place. Turn this over. Drop our screws in to the holes. That's that done. Another test. We're still working. And I'll do a little test with this tree base. It's not the correct fitment for this base, but it'll give us an idea if it's working or not. And there you go. Fibres are resplendent again. A little bit noisy, this tree. I'll let the owner know, but I don't think they'll be bothered. They're like to be working again, and it's a nice easy procedure. Anyway, I hope this helps anybody who's got one of these tree bases or flower bases who needs a bulb. Just remember, it's an MR11 or an MR11 12V 10W. And if you do go for an LED upgrade, you need to ensure that it is an AC bulb, not a DC bulb. You need an AC for these adapters. And if you're unsure which one you need, it tells you on all adapters. If you have a little wavy line here after the voltage, you can just about make out that's a wavy line. That means it's AC, it's alternating current. For comparison, this is a DC adapter, and you can just see there, it's got a straight line with a dotted line. That's DC, direct current. And this one is alternating current. That helps you if you're changing your bulbs on your flower bases or fibre optic Christmas trees. So I hope this video was informative and it helps people with their repairs. And I'll catch you all on the next one.